Stories like this remind us why it is so important for people to stay informed and aware of what is happening in our country. Today we are talking about the tragic incident in Sokoto, where innocent youths have reportedly lost their lives after a deadly attack carried out by suspected Lakurawa terrorists. Reports have emerged that suspected Lakurawa terrorists carried out a deadly attack that claimed the lives of several young people in Sokoto. The tragic incident has sent waves of sorrow through communities as families struggle to come to terms with the painful loss of their loved ones. According to early reports from residents and local sources, the attack happened suddenly, leaving people terrified and confused as gunmen reportedly stormed the area and unleashed violence on innocent youths. Many of the victims were described as hard-working young people who had hopes, dreams, and plans for their future. Sadly, those dreams were cut short in a moment of violence that has left families devastated and communities shaken. Witnesses say the atmosphere in the affected community quickly turned from normal daily life into fear and chaos as people ran in different directions trying to escape the attack. Parents searched desperately for their children. Friends called out the names of those who had gone missing. And the sound of grief began to echo through the community as the scale of the tragedy became clear. For many families, the pain of losing a child is something that words can hardly describe. The youths who were reportedly killed were not just numbers in a report. They were sons, daughters, brothers, sisters, and friends. They were young Nigerians who had dreams of building a better future for themselves and for their families. Some were students working hard in school. Some were farmers, helping their families cultivate the land. Others were traders, artisans, and young entrepreneurs trying to create opportunities for themselves. Before we go further, I want to take a moment to thank everyone who watches our reports and supports this channel. Your time, your attention, and your encouragement mean more than you can imagine. This platform was created so that Nigerians everywhere can stay informed about the events shaping our country and our future. But if you are watching this video and you have not yet subscribed, I want to humbly ask you to please subscribe to this channel today. The loss of these young lives has left a deep wound in the hearts of many people in Sokoto. Community members gathered in sorrow as news of the killing spread from house to house. Some residents described scenes of tears and disbelief as families tried to understand why such violence would be unleashed on innocent youths. Religious leaders were seen offering prayers for the victims and asking for strength for the families who are now facing unimaginable grief. The attack has once again raised serious concerns about the growing threat posed by armed groups operating in parts of northern Nigeria. For years, communities in several states have lived under the shadow of violence carried out by bandits, terrorists, and criminal gangs. These attacks have destroyed homes, disrupted livelihoods, and left many people living in constant fear. In Sokoto and surrounding areas, residents say they have repeatedly called for stronger protection and security presence to safeguard their communities. Many people believe that the safety of innocent citizens must always remain the highest priority for the nation. Security forces have been working across different regions to confront armed groups and restore peace. However, incidents like this remind everyone that the challenge of insecurity remains a painful reality for many Nigerians. The grief being felt in Sokoto today is not just the grief of one community. It is a grief that touches the entire nation. When innocent youths lose their lives to violence, it affects the hopes and dreams of the entire country. Every young person represents the future of Nigeria. Every life lost to violence is a future that will never be fulfilled. Families of the victims are now facing days of mourning and painful questions that may never have easy answers. Parents who once watched their children grow with pride are now faced with the unbearable reality of saying goodbye too soon. Friends who once shared laughter and plans are now left with memories that will forever remind them of the lives that were lost. In moments like this, Nigerians across the country are reminded of the importance of unity, compassion, and support for one another. Communities often find strength in standing together during times of tragedy. Neighbors comfort one another. Friends offer support to grieving families. Religious leaders guide their communities through prayer and reflection. Many residents have also called on authorities to ensure that those responsible for the attack are brought to justice. Justice is an important step in restoring confidence and showing that acts of violence will never be tolerated. Security experts say addressing insecurity requires not only strong action against criminals, but also long-term efforts to strengthen communities and prevent violence from taking root. Young people in particular need opportunities, education, and support that allow them to build positive futures. When communities invest in their youth, they build stronger foundations for peace and development. The tragic loss of lives in Sokoto should also serve as a reminder of the value of every human life. Violence only brings pain, destruction, and sorrow. Peace and unity remain the only path toward a future where young Nigerians can grow without fear. Across Nigeria, people have begun expressing sympathy and solidarity with the families affected by the tragedy. Messages of condolence continue to pour in from different parts of the country. Many Nigerians say they are praying for the souls of the victims and asking for strength for the families left behind. Moments of national grief can also become moments of reflection. They remind everyone that protecting life must remain the highest priority for every society. The loss of young lives reminds us of the urgent need for lasting peace and stability across every part of Nigeria. Communities must continue working together with authorities to reject violence and protect the dignity of human life. As the people of Sokoto mourn the victims of this attack, the entire nation stands with them in sorrow and solidarity. The memories of the youths who lost their lives will remain in the hearts of their families and communities. Their dreams may have been cut short, but their lives will never be forgotten by those who loved them. In times like this, compassion, understanding, and unity become more important than ever. Nigeria must continue striving for a future where children can grow without fear and where communities can live in peace. As this tragic story continues to unfold, many people hope that the pain of this moment will strengthen the collective resolve to build a safer nation for everyone. For the families of the victims, the road ahead will be difficult, but they will not walk it alone because millions of Nigerians share in their grief and stand with them in this painful moment. May the souls of the departed rest in peace. May their families find strength and comfort during this time of sorrow. And may Nigeria continue the journey toward a future where tragedies like this will no longer happen. We will continue to follow the story and bring you updates as more information becomes available. Thank you for staying with us, and please remember to subscribe to our channel for more important news updates and discussions about events affecting our nation. Every day we come here to share important stories that affect our country, our communities, and our future. Sometimes the news is painful, and sometimes it brings hope. But one thing is certain: Nigerians deserve to stay informed. If you truly care about what is happening in our nation and you want to continue receiving these important updates, I want to sincerely ask you to support this channel by subscribing. Your subscription may look small, but it helps us continue to bring you the truth and the stories that many people need to hear. So please take a moment right now, click the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. By doing that, you will always be among the first to receive breaking news and important updates from across Nigeria. Thank you for your support, thank you for standing with us, and thank you for being part of this growing news community. Thank you for watching.